Hello, students! Welcome to today's video, Writing Lesson, English 6. My name is Susan, a lecturer at Van Lang University. Today, we are going to study Writing Lesson 16, Unit 10, two-part question essay. And in this video, we will focus on Part 1, Introductory and Concluding Paragraphs. At the end of the video, you will be able to comprehend the structures of introductory and concluding paragraphs in a two-part question essay, and apply the useful language to write your own introductory and concluding paragraphs in a two-part question essay. In this video, we will go through the definition and structure of a two-part question essay and how to write the introductory and concluding paragraph of a two-part question essay. First, let's find out what a two-part question essay is. It is the type of essay that gives the students two questions, and students have to answer both questions. For example, in education and employment, some people work harder than others. Why do some people work harder? Is it always a good thing to work hard? Now, let me introduce you the structure of a two-part question essay. There are 4 parts, just like the discussion essay we learned in Lesson 11. First, the introductory paragraph. Second, Body 1, where you have to answer the first question. Third, Body 2, in which you will answer the second question. And finally, the concluding paragraph. Now, we will learn the structure of the introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph aims to introduce the topic of the essay and provide the answers of the writer for the two questions. There are 2 parts in an introductory paragraph. First, the background statement in which you have to paraphrase the topic. Second, for the thesis statement, you have to state the answers for both questions. Next, let's learn some structures to write a background sentence in an introductory paragraph. You can choose one of the following structures depending on the topic. First, it is true that plus clause. Second, there is a growing concern about or over noun phrase. Third, nowadays or in today's globalized world. And finally, there have been significant changes or developments in. For example, it is true that several people put extra effort into study and work than others. However, working hard all the time is not a positive thing for our lives, and it can bring negative consequences. Next, for the thesis statement, you can use one of these structures. First, this essay will analyze the main problems associated with noun phrase and give my own perspective. Second, this essay will discuss both questions and present my personal view. And finally, the 2 questions will be further analyzed in this essay. For example, in many parts of the world, people prefer dressing in Western fashion styles to their traditional clothes. There are various reasons underlying this trend, and it could be seen as both positive and negative. This essay will analyze both questions and present my opinion. Now, we will discover the structure of a concluding paragraph. A concluding paragraph is the last paragraph of an essay, which rephrases the thesis statement or summarizes the main points, and provides your final opinion, such as a recommendation or prediction. In order to write the concluding paragraph, you can use these following statements. For rephrasing the thesis statement, we have, from the reasons or arguments mentioned above, there is no doubt, or to conclude or in conclusion. Next, for the final opinion, we can use people or individuals or governments should be responsible for noun phrase, or the issue or problem can be solved by noun phrase. This phenomenon can be both good or positive and bad or negative. Okay, so these are all the parts we have just learned from this video. Let's take a look. This is the end of part 1 of lesson 16 today. Thank you for your participation and attention. See you in the next videos.